Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy and we are on build number 7 and I believe our final build for the DIY mini kitchen slash dining room. We've got our table and benches installed and our little decorative dried whatever those are. Our lights are installed, our sideboard, all of our nice decorations. I'm really liking this. I like that it's a little busy on the wall, but the floor is not real busy. You know, we're gonna put another little bench to build right here, but it's real small. I've been staring at this all day. I'm gonna leave the orange. As much as I would like them to be red, I feel if I cover the top with the material that I have left over, I'm gonna be mad about the sides and the edges, and I just can't do that all. So we're gonna leave as is. I'm liking the table. Side note, how I thought there was something inside the little gold dishes, but I couldn't tell. I think it's just the reflection, because if it's flat, and I don't think you guys can see that here, but if I have it sitting like this and I take a few steps back from my desk with my overhead light on, it does look like there's a little something in there. So I think maybe it was just the reflection. So anyways, let's jump in. We need our last bit of our wood here. We're going to take D8 and the 2 D9s and going to go ahead and cut those out. I don't think this should be a very long video tonight. The bench, a couple little bits of firewood, and then our wiring. That's all we've got to do. I don't believe I'm going to put the dust cover on right now. They're not my favorite, mostly because I don't like the way the glue sits on it, and I can't find a good glue yet. So this has lines cut into it, so that's going to be the top. So we're going to turn it over and just glue our 2 ends off. So just one last time, I do use the Aleene's Original Tacky Glue, just in a squeeze bottle for larger projects, tiny bit watered down, in a squeeze bottle with a precision tip for projects like this where I would make a mess otherwise. A bit more watered down so it's thin enough it can come through that precision tip. And occasionally Crazy Glue Super Glue with the brush applicator. I like the combination of the 2 glues, but don't stick your brush in that white glue. It will gunk it up and then the brush is unusable. Trust me, I've done it. So we'll just, these do not go on the very, very edge. So just slightly inset. Just making sure they're even. There we go. Same thing on the other side. All right, one side's in a little bit more than the other, but it's okay. And then we're going to take these 2 little dowels that we had, and it looks like we're just going to cut them in half. I'm going to use my wire cutters because these are pretty thick. You could probably just use scissors maybe if you had some pretty strong ones. All right, I'm going to stick the wood in first. Now, it's in the front of this, and it's in the little half, in the domed top part. Okay, so we're just going to kind of leave them sticking out a bit. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on the ledge here. Ooh. I'm not going to really just like line them up. I want them to be kind of different directions. Oh, but they're very thinking I need to cut them a bit shorter because otherwise they're causing some issues crossing over each other behind back here in the back. So I'm going to just kind of cut those in half again. They were, so much was in the back that it was causing it to tip down. So now we'll just put them in how we like. Put a little bit of glue on top of those sticks. Whoop. That one needs to go in a little bit more, I think. There we go. I want a couple more pieces, so, and this is just kind of your preference, you know. How do you want it to look? I want it to look really full. I think this might be the last one I should probably put in there. Yeah, now let's see if I can tip it and show you guys without letting it all fall in. So see, I have like kind of 3 and then 1 and then 2. So again, just however you like it, the look, I like it nice and full. There we go. Okay. And then our little stool here is going to go just kind of over in this corner. They have it sitting straight in the corner. I'm going to just kind of put mine leaning out a little so you can see it. And that is our build. Now we just have to do our wiring. So I had this idea. Hear me out. So we need to bring our wires. I'm going to bring them down to the bottom and then around the corner here. Whoop, down to the bottom and then just kind of meet them in the back here. But here's the thing, I don't want white and yellow wires. So what I'm thinking, because I have this whole big old pack of wires that really only fit a couple. If you have more than, you know, say 3 or 4, it won't fit. You need to use larger sizes. This is the shrink wrap, the heat shrink wrap. Whoops. So I'm thinking that I'm going to thread it through. Maybe I should have measured first. Let me see. I bought these off Amazon. I think they were like just under $5. But I'm thinking, see if I can tip without dumping what I just did, is then this goes just down. And I don't even really need to shrink wrap it. It is tight enough. But then I'm going to have to, ooh, yeah, that wasn't smart, Missy. I need to measure first because I need to cut it. So I just want it to sit right at the top of that baseboard. Whoop. Where did that piece jet off to? There it is. And then also I can just glue this to the wall. I don't have to use my UV resin. You don't really want to use super glue on this wire. It will melt it, and then It can potentially fry the wires when they touch, short circuit it, fry them, whatever. I've done it on small bits before, so I'm not saying like never, but this would just kind of be too much. But now what I can do is I can just glue that down. Let's put another piece from here to there. Whoops. Now, is this going to work in the long run? I don't know, but we're going to play with it and find out, right? And if you don't have any of this, it's okay. Just anchor your wires down at the bottom. Trace this one around, this one down and around. Meet up in the middle and wire them to your box, which we will do in just a minute. Okay, so I think that's a little bit long. Slightly too long, and I don't want to cut wires yet. So even in frame, sorry guys. Okay, so it's a little bit does go at, nope, I need to trim. This is a little bit long too. It's because it creates a corner. I forgot about that. Okay. And then there we go. And then is this gonna, this will be just the rest of the length. And then I'll run the other one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use super glue. I'm not going to heat shrink them. I don't think I really need to. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of super glue. Oh, that held nice. And then we'll go a little bit here and on the corner. Okay, now it does kind of need that corner free, unfortunately. That's okay. Nothing's falling, right? I hope nothing's falling. Right, I'm not going to super glue this one down yet because I need to be able to move this around. I should have got two of these out, duh. All right, let's just get a quick measure here. Thread these through. Okay, so now we're going to take our box. Oh, I need batteries. What batteries do I need? AAA, okay. Battery stash here. Why is it always stuck on? I don't know. Where is... Oh, it's right here. Duh. So I do have this little wire stripper that I really, really like. It was $5 on Amazon. And this size wire is the 28 gauge. So this is a 20 through a 30 gauge. And generally, sometimes these ones are thicker. I believe these are the 24 or the 26. I believe these are the 24. These little ones are the 20. Oh, is this one? Yeah, it's the 28. So this has been a lifesaver for me because these are not stripped. Generally speaking, they give you a little bit of space that they've pre-cut, but they leave the plastic on. And when you're ready, you just pull it off. But these are not. So we're going to have to strip these. And I used to, if you don't have one of these wire strippers, that's okay. I used to do it with my X-Acto knife. I would cut straight down very gently, cut down just the one layer of plastic, and then peel it back and then cut it around where I want it. Also, then I went to getting a little more bold. I used to use my wire cutters just very, very gently and circle around it until it just cut through that plastic, but not the wire. So it's possible to do it without wire strippers. They're just much easier for me. So now I got to decide. Because this doesn't have like a pocket or anything, and I don't want to stick it on there. So I've got to leave a little bit of space to work with the wire. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue these down so I've got enough slack, enough extra. And this side over here. Whoop. All right, now these ones are stripped a tiny little bit. I like to have more space than that. And I don't want this much wire. So because this is going to be sitting very close by, I'm going to cut down all of my wires. Not too short. I've done that before too, and then didn't have enough room to work. So it's all about how much you want it to go. So for me, I just took off about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 centimeters. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and strip all of these. Make sure you get it in the little groove. That seems so silly, but honestly, I didn't always do that on every single one sometimes. And I was like, why did it cut it instead of strip it? Because I wouldn't have it set in the groove. And in between the grooves are cutters. So, and then this one, like I said, is the 24. So now we're going to put white to white and yellow to yellow. But I don't know which one goes to the red or the black. So I do this quite often. I get confused about the battery. I hated it in science too, the polarities. So what I'm going to do, an easy, quick little way is turn this on, flip this up, and I'm just going to put black to white. I'm just going to touch them. Nope. Now, black to yellow and white to red. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. So red goes on the white. Now, where didn't I just cut some here? Okay, red goes to white. Here, it's out there. I just like to get my plastic edges lined up because you can just twist them, and you can. I used to use electrical wire. Did this one have the paper tape in the beginning? I don't remember, but because I just throw it away. I used that in the beginning. You can, and now I like these. Now you can just put that on there, but I never feel like that is very secure. So I like to bend mine over, hence why the plastic is all lined up. It's gonna, 3 pieces are gonna be too big for this. Dang it, yep, I need a bigger size. I don't have all the correct ones. I don't know if these will work. Let's see. The smallest one in the kit I got is a little bit too big for just 3. They're really good when you have like 6 or 8. I have a couple little pieces left over from another kit that are kind of the right size. But they're small, so we'll see if they're gonna work. That's my leftover wiring from all of my past kits. So let's see here. Oh, you came undone. Sometimes I feel like I don't twist them. Sometimes I feel like I twist them too much, and sometimes I feel like I don't twist them enough. Okay, a little bit long, so I am going to cut this just a little bit. Still enough to twist together though, because I don't want it to stick out the end. And then, oh, my fan is on. There we go. Careful that it's still a bit hot. Okay, red and black. I'm sorry, yellow and black. Twist those together really good. Oh. The black kind of got separated, and so I had an extra bit sticking up. Too much. Okay, I gotta cut a little bit of this off too. I generally don't like having them this short, but I'm kind of out of choices right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's still turned on, please. Oh, we have it. It works. Yay. Okay, I'm happy that I put those lights up higher into the white or the clear bulbs. They're almost at the very top, almost you can see them. I like that fact because they're much brighter. So think about this, you're putting it in a dark room and you're gonna have nice bright lights. If I had kept those bulbs way down here, it would have been a much softer light because you would still see it, but it wouldn't be shining through as much. Let's see if we can, should I just turn it off? Oh, see, that's a nice glow. Oh yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, well, I'll turn my lights back on and turn these off. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm glad I did this build. It's a bit of a smaller one, and yeah, we're not even at half an hour. But I'm really glad I did this build. I was itching. It had been a couple weeks. Did the shorts as I was like rewiring and packing my houses for the houses that I had not done builds on this channel for, that I had done builds before I started the channel. I still have 2 more. I do have 2 more, and they are, I call them sister houses. One is the Magic House and one is the Magic City, although they're both just houses and they look almost the same. But no, I guess that one is separate. Anyways, I will have 2 more shorts in the next few days come out as I get them rewired, because I now have the boxes to pack them in. And but I'm glad I did this one. Got that itch out of my system. And it will, short of those 2 shorts, other than those 2 shorts, it's going to be a little bit until I post again. Once I get moved in about 2.5 weeks, but then I have to set up, so it may be 3, 4, something like that. And I'm trying to decide, I'm looking at my kits right now because I'm getting ready to pack them. I have the Twilight Book Mall, or I have the Rolife Emily's Flower Shop. You know what? I'm going to do the Book Mall. So when we cut, next time you see a full build, a full video, it will be the Twilight Book Mall that I'm going to do. And that will, it kind of fits, it kind of matches my 2 that I'm going to do shorts on shortly. It kind of matches with those aesthetics. So anyways, thank you guys all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are amazing, and you just make this so much fun for me. I enjoy doing these videos. I would say even if no one watches them, but now I like when people watch them. I like when y'all comment to me, suggestions, ideas, I don't know, complaints. I've only had 1 of those, so sure, whatever. I'll just shut you down. Anyways, thanks again, and come back, check back soon. Like I said, it'll be a couple weeks, but I will be back. Don't give up on me, and I will see you on the next build. Bye, guys.